voices, the 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 voices.
I have a question.
Oh yeah, just tell me to shut up. Well, because I can keep going. I get paid to talk, so.
It's your job. I can tell. I can tell. No, but seriously, how do I unmindfuck myself then? Because
unmindfuck yourself.
Yeah.
You too can unmindfuck yourself for 3 monthly payments of $19.95. So
I don't know how else to put it.
Here, it's a good question though.
I will tell you, when I do record, well now, because when I record myself and then I go back to the video and I'm listening to myself, the thoughts that go through my mind is not like, oh my God, what will people say? It's like, that's not how he did it or she did it. It's not as good as the performer did it originally. I need to do it better. It's not good enough.
You answered your question though. You're answering your question by
I know. Like how do I stop that trail of thought? Like how do I stop?
The first is step 1 in unmindfucking oneself. The first thing is you're making a constant comparison to someone else.
Yeah, because it's a tribute, no?
It's a tribute, right? So, but in that comparison, you have this finite thing, and you've chosen to do it, so it must be elevated to a certain level, not only in your psyche and your perspective of, wow, this is great, I want to do this, I want to create a tribute, or I want to do a cover, or I want to do. So you're already approaching it as it's something that's great. Right?
It is.
And then you want to take it and say, okay, I want to tribute this, or I want to do my version of it. So now you've already set up a comparison between what you will do and whatever this other person or persons did. So you're already at a disadvantage. So in that case, you have to remove the idea, and this is the unmindfucking oneself, you have to understand that your unique and specific performance will not be anything like theirs, other than the fact that you are sharing the same source material. So again, think about your intent. What is your intention? Is your intention to mimic their performance? Is your intention to pay tribute to their performance with your own specific, unique Sanna's voice performance of it? Is your intention to get more acclaim than their performance had? Is your intention to simply do it for self-satisfaction? To say that I wanted to share this? Do you want to share that with other people through your perspective and through your lens? So first, make peace with what your intention is for it. And be honest with yourself with what that is. Because maybe, oh, it's awesome, I want to make something awesome. You know, it could be that. It could be that you enjoy it so much that you want to then embody it and share it again with someone else. Whatever it is, and there's no wrong answer in that regard, but you have to understand what your intention is, and that will help to inform your outcome. Now, that also means we're always our own worst self-critic, right? We're the worst. No one, well, much like Mike said, and I hear that note, but nobody else really knows it. And if it was played with conviction, then they think, interesting choice. If it even registers with them at all. Right? Much like we can listen to our idols or other people, and in most of the cases, I assure you, my friends, they listen to their performance and are like, it's shit. Right? I'll never have to do another performance like this again. That's shit. I don't want to hear it.
Sean, did you see Dream Theater at the Electric Factory in the Scenes from Memory tour?
I'm pretty sure I did. I know I saw them on Scenes from a Memory.
Okay, because at the Electric Factory, and this was Jordan Rudess' first tour with them.
Right.
Jordan screwed up, pulled me under. I was like, what?
I don't remember it, but I probably saw it.
But I remember that band is so talented that there wasn't really a hesitation. But he just went into he went into it an incorrect part. and the rest of the band followed. So they like cut out a piece of it.
Right.
But I'm like, oh my God. And that made me feel so much better.
We're all human. We're all human, right? But it's about being able to separate the ego, right? Our ego is always at play. And telling us who we are, what we can do, how good we can be, and who's better than us. And all of these things, and me. But coming back to the intention of why we do things. And maybe your intention is to satisfy your ego. Be aware of that, though. Make peace with that.
Well,
Don't trick yourself.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
People that, okay, I'm going to share this video of this very famous song that most probably all those 800 people that I have friends on Facebook, they equally love that song as much as I do. So I don't want to, let's say, displease or like make them listen to something that they cherish so much and let's say disappoint, you know? So there's like a sense of like, damn, I gotta make justice. I don't know what's the expression, but you know, and also at the same time, I am hard with myself and I have like high expectations because I'm doing this not for ego or get more acclaimed or become famous, or else I would have a open public profile Facebook and a YouTube channel and all those things. That's not my goal personally. For other people's it is. That's not my game, but my game is to, like I said earlier, connect and share out those feelings, because that's my medium. That's my medium of expression. So those thoughts go in my mind while I'm singing, while I'm thinking, damn, that note is approaching. I better not fuck up. Better make it right. But yeah, there are moments that I'm like, okay, this is good. I'm proud. You did a good job. And then it goes up and then I forget about it. And then I go a week later and I'm like, damn, what did I do? Why do I do this? Why do I force myself upon these people? just let them be. But yeah, I think it's an internal struggle. I think I made a post about it a few days ago, Michael.
See, now I'm gonna have to check your social media stuff, because now I'm fascinated by these things, and I can look at, why did she? I can't believe she did that. Oh my goodness, she missed that note. But it's these things that, see, I do the same thing, and I did it for a long time. I cared about my performances, and you know, I was Storm Shadow and Zartan. Not Zartan. What's his name? Tomas and what's his name? Two of my, G.I. Joe as a kid growing up in the 80s. It was a big thing. So I got to play Storm Shadow in a video game. It was a big thing for me. And my whole thought process was, oh shit, I'm playing this well-known character in this intellectual property, and hope I don't fuck it up. But for me at this point, and this was last year, so that was about as far as I got with it. If it was maybe 8 years ago, I probably would have been freaking out. But there was a point where I made peace with myself of I'm confident and comfortable in what I do. Not everybody's gonna like it. Obviously, you can't please all the people all the time.
That's for sure. I'm
going to do my best to do my best job and my best interpretation. People may not like it. I may not like it. But as long as my intention is to do my best and enjoy it while I do it, and to enjoy the job. I mean, it's a job for me. I didn't have a choice. But I also stopped reading most of the reviews on my work. So I do a lot of audiobooks. I've done, probably close to 500 audiobooks now. And most of them have incredible reviews.
Did you say 500?
Yeah.
Wow.
I got to be close to 500 now. I think the last time I counted, I was at 430 or 440, and that was
casually 500
before last
Yeah.
year. Yeah, I've probably done like 500 audiobooks. I don't know.
I've only done 500.
Something like that. But I mean, I've been at it over a decade.
I used to.
just read all the reviews. As soon as something hit retail, and I punish myself by reading the reviews. That's insanity. That's insanity. Because, going back to our previous discussion, you can't please everybody all the time, no matter what you do. No matter what you do. It could be absolutely the best, objectively the best thing
ever.
I don't know, can we use profanity? Frickin' ever. And somebody will be, didn't like it. Nah, it's soulless, tuneless hack, junk, you know. It doesn't matter. So,
and it just takes one. You could read 100 great reviews, and then you get that one,
and you are wrecked.
Devastated.
Dude, I don't care about the good comments. Like, literally, they mean nothing to me.
I got too excited.
Like, yeah. You guys are just being nice. Stop it.
I'm trying to be all stealthier instead of wearing my cans. But yeah, it'll ruin it. One negative review, and then you embody that. Where even though you have a host of very favorable reviews, and that's how fragile the ego can be, right? We expect to be, oh yeah, they said I was great. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Oh yeah, you loved it. Yeah. What? You didn't like it? You know, the one that did. But you have to grow beyond that. And it's it's sort of accepting the idea that once you're comfortable with the fact that you cannot please everyone, you expect people will dislike things. If people constantly dislike everything you do and the majority dislike it, if their acceptance means something to you, again, intention, then you may want to listen to some of that feedback. I mean, constructive criticism and feedback is always good. I always take it because I always want to grow and get better. But, you know, if you know in the world of the internet that there are people who are just trolling. They got nothing better to do than to share negativity. They will not open their mouth unless it's something negative that they can say to try to tear someone down. There's a lot of those people. But you have to, again, back to your intention with what you want to accomplish. And if you're saying, well, why am I subjecting people to this? They weren't forced to click on it, right? They weren't forced to watch it. You didn't hold a gun to their head and demand.
No, I didn't. That's true.
You will listen to this tribute, or I will cut out your liver and eat it with a
I'll become the worst nightmare.
Yeah. So that's the kind of thing of you're sharing a part of yourself, and you need to know why you're sharing it, right? So you need to make peace with yourself, honestly, with why you are. And if you're sharing it, you probably want people to like it. Let's be honest. You don't want them not to like
hoping for it. I'm hoping for it.
Yeah, you want people to like it.
I've been lucky. Oh, sorry.
You did a good job.
Yeah.
Right? Wow.
I've been lucky enough to actually not having to deal with internet bullying. In terms of I so far, like on any YouTube videos or on my posts, I haven't had anybody saying, "Oh man, you suck. You stop it," or anything. I've been lucky on that amount. And like I said earlier, like everybody's being very cordial and very polite and very supportive, but there is that part of the part of me that says, yeah, they're just being nice, you know. Just being nice. They don't want to be mean. And I don't know how truthful is that, you know. I prefer, and I've had fellow musicians, because I actually also go to them sometimes and I tell them, hey, I posted this cover. If you have anything to say, like, you know, any feedback is welcome, whatever it is, because I'm in it, I cannot be objective. So only a third party could be able to tell me any pointers. And there have been people that tell me, hey, your pizza's not great because maybe you're sitting down, but after that, when you're like in it, you know, you get better. And that's something that, okay, maybe I need to change the way I'm sitting next time I'm singing, or, you know, stuff like that. That's cool. I can use that. But yeah, that positive, it's stupid. I know I should maybe slap myself. I don't know. But I have so many good comments that at some point I'm like, no way, all these people are just genuinely nice. Like something is not right.
You see, this is imposter syndrome, right?
Yeah, like
you feel like you're an imposter. Like they don't get it. Like they don't know how bad I am, right? Like one day I'll be found out. I still to this day think that. Now, I've won multiple awards for performances, and I've worked with all these people and done all this work. And where people call me because they want me, I want Sean Crisden to do this, that kind of thing. And I think, oh yeah, sure, guy, we'll do the thing. And then after I'm done, I'm like, they're gonna find out I'm a freaking sham. I'm just a scam artist, and I don't have any talent, and they're gonna figure it out, and everybody's gonna know. I've been keeping the keeping the ruse going for over a decade. I think that's is it called Dunning-Kruger effect, where people who are competent at something always question their competency, and people who are incompetent at doing something overestimate their ability. And it's also a portion of self-awareness that enables us to basically know that we're not the shit all the time, right? You're not the best thing ever. We're human, we're fallible, and we're not that great.
You just touched upon why I can't stand karaoke.
I love karaoke. Oh my God, it's so funny.
No, but what I mean in specific terms, like I actually I got dragged to a karaoke up in Greenwich Village in Manhattan one time many years ago, and I dreaded hearing all these terrible people. The thing that gets me is I know I'm not a very good singer, but I know when I'm off, and I at least try. You can tell that I'm trying to find my way back. I can't stand the people who are absolutely dreadful but act like rock stars.
But that's why it's funny.
That is why it's funny.
Right.
But remember,
it drives me nuts. But this one in Manhattan I went to, the first guy comes up on stage, and it was a Journey song. And I'm like, you got to be out of your mind to do Journey that everybody knows and has an incredible singer. And the dude knocked it out of the park. The next guy comes up and did Queen. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. And it happened for like 5 straight, came up and did well-known songs from some of the best performers. And every single one of these was off the charts phenomenal. And that's when I realized, idiot, these are all the Broadway performers that aren't in the show right now. They're just keeping up their chops.
Yeah.
But for me, karaoke is that one time that I'm like, you know what? Don't matter. Be as lame as you want. Like, this is the moment that it does not matter.
That's it. Because you're selling an experience. And in that moment, like, and that's why you can go up there and they can be terrible. Like, I've never done karaoke because I'm too self-conscious, and I actually still have stage fright. Like, it's ridiculous. But you're selling the experience, right? So it doesn't have. This is a great example. It doesn't have to be perfect. If it's perfect, great. People's minds get blown. But are people there for their minds to get blown? Or are they there to drink and have a good time and sing along with the song with somebody else drinking? So again, intention is important here.
Yeah. So
it's not a talent competition. I mean, if somebody blows your mind, wow, they're a great singer, right? Yeah. That was great. But if somebody goes up there and, one day love will fly away. Okay, let's do it, dude. Then that's cool. But it's the experience, right? So, and we know that there are people in creative disciplines who we can look at, in our opinions, and say, they're not that talented, or what they're doing is tired and old, and they're rehashing old stuff. They're not really blowing my socks off of me, but they sell you an experience, right? Or they're committed to it, or they're so confident that they sell it to you anyway. So much like in everything else in our everyday lives, the way that you package something and present it has a huge impact on how it's received as well. So we can have people who are not talented singers. I always say, like, Bob Dylan, terrible singer. Jimi Hendrix, terrible singer. But sold you that experience. Sold you that experience, right? That we're iconic performers. iconic, and you
Yeah,
took
but
it
I
and
will
you,
still, I will still always take a Bob Dylan song done by somebody else. One of the only artists who
yeah,
every
yeah,
single person who covered any of his songs did it better than he did.
yeah, yeah. But he provided that source material.
Yes.
He was the
No,
songwriter. He was
master
he was
songwriter.
he was fantastically creative. Like, think about Madonna. Couldn't sing to save her life. She got better over the course of her career. But that early Madonna stuff, ay ay ay, terrible. But packaged well and sold an experience and an identity and really an ideology. And can't
Well, but
dispute
yeah.
her
So
success.
with Madonna, especially back in the '80s, she was a master of marketing.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever the scene changed, she changed to make an impact on the scene. And
Right.
whether that was an outrage or whether it was something that was seen to be talent, she knew how to manipulate the market to her advantage, and she just kept doing it over and over throughout her career.
Yeah. And that equated lasting longevity in her career and what most would define as success. Right? She had a long career, still has a career, more or less, even though she's kind of
I'm
cuckoo
still
and
not going
insane.
to listen to her.
Yeah, I mean, you know, but it's like what helps to sell it, So if we beat ourselves up over, that wasn't perfect, right? There's so many other elements that go into reaching that level of acclaim with whatever it is that you do. That sometimes we overlook. Sometimes you're so mired and so deep in creative process and the purity of your creative process that you're blind to all of these other elements that are equally, if not more important than the actual thing you're doing.
Yeah. Well, you think
So
about that as musicians, especially as musicians who like genres of music that require a high level of talent to perform. How many times did we walk into just an armpit club and some dude just blows you away, and you're like, why is he or she here? Why aren't they doing? I mean, I have some friends. Well, actually, Trisha O'Keefe, who now goes by Delphia Giovanna, I believe. She's actually out in Albuquerque, and she's doing phenomenal stuff. She completely remade her career. But I always used to think back in the day when I saw her as a solo singer songwriter, acoustic guitar, that she was phenomenal. Her voice just like reached right into your soul. I mean, it was just so moving and so powerful, and she was never going anywhere. Now things are going better for her, but she's obviously not. She's doing more of an old R&B soul style music now. But that's not going to get her. She's never going to be a big star. And then, like, I don't know if you know Laura Shea. Laura Shea is a piano singer songwriter who is just phenomenal. And she's had songs that have been in movie soundtracks. She's had songs that have been in commercials in Europe, and nothing ever happened. She still performs locally, but never got picked up nationally or anything like that. And seeing these performers with such incredible talent, and then seeing some of these bands that are wildly popular, and you just shake your head.
The voices, 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 the voices.